Hey guys, just on day 13 of the 17-day transformation. This one is about love and gratitude compass. This is an awesome day. I learned so much with this one. It talks a lot about the importance of being connected to love and gratitude to actually have feeling in your life. It talks a lot about how there's negative news in this world that we do live in. How often negative news is what we hear about, right? So you heard about the tornado, you heard about the shooting, you heard about that bombing, you heard about the guy who robbed the other guy, you heard all of those negative things. But did you hear about, the girl who got rescued from the fire? Did you hear about, these small acts of kindness that happen every day in communities? Did you hear about, how many days go without any problem in most Canadian cities, right? For me, I just recently watched a documentary about the crime rate in Canada, and it was around 10 murders a year in a recent year. And that was the top crime capital of Canada, had about 10 murders a year. And then I watched a crime documentary on a city in Venezuela where actually there are 80 murders a day, right? So everything is relative. It's just so important to pay attention to the fact that, what kind of news are you filling your day with, right? Are you paying attention to mostly stuff that's going to make you feel like the world is a scary, dangerous place? Or are you filling your world with things that will make you feel like you live in a safe community, you're surrounded by mostly good people, and all that stuff? Another good point in this day was just talking about the importance of the filter that we look at the world. So kind of in the same vein as the positive and negative news, just thinking about how you look at the world, right? Some people are more conscious of this than others, but the point is just to become conscious of how you do look around at the world around you. For me, sometimes I think where I live is boring, right? And I think, oh, it's boring. So I go out into my community thinking it's such a boring community, right? But then other times I remind myself, oh, wow, well, I'm just next door to a really big city. A lot of things do happen there, right? I just kind of remind myself we are in a pandemic, so don't get discouraged. It's not actually a boring place where you live. We're just going through a pandemic. So that's an example of how I can fall into a trap of negative thinking. I can fall into a trap of being disconnected from my gratitude and my love compass. When you're connected to your love and gratitude compass, you're connected to what Shane and Rachel refer to as the infinite. For me, that is like a feeling of universal connection. When we fall out of love and gratitude, sometimes we're negative at how we look at things, right? And when we're in that state, we're not productive and we're just actually hurting ourselves and probably hurting other people. So I love this day for reminding me to stay connected to love and gratitude. And if you forget how to tap into that, let's say you're having a really bad day, just remember you can always go back to doing something that you like to do. You can always snap yourself out. And the sooner you snap yourself out of that negative rut, that negative thinking, the sooner you can get back to feeling good and contributing to the people who love you. Check out the Mind Power Bootcamp link below. And as always, reach out to me for any questions.